Okay, today I am making soft shackles to replace the carabiner on my hammock. Okay, this is Amsteel. Okay, to make soft shackles, you need 4 feet of the Amsteel. And Amsteel is just a hollow braid. It's hollow in the middle, which makes great constrictors. Okay, so at the end, on both ends, um, this is a 8-strand braid, and I just open it up and cut 8 of the strands off on both ends. Now this is already 4 feet, cut to 4 feet. It should tell you what you need. Okay, first you need the Amsteel. You need a tape measure, a Sharpie. I think this is 16 gauge wire, 16 or 20 gauge wire to make your bib, and scissors. You measure down 6 inches. And then you add 2 more inches, so that would be 8. And this is how you make your restrictor knot and your loop. So I take a hefty piece of wire and then just fold it in half so it has a loop. Okay, so now what you want to do is you want to go to your 8-inch mark. And you want to open that up a little bit. Okay, and then you want to put your wire through. Kind of make sure it's through the center. Then load the Amsteel into the wire, pinch it down. And you just want to work it through. Okay, it came through right there. Now you want to pull it on through. Until you see your 6-inch mark. There it is. So you have that tiny little loop. Okay, so now you want to take the Amsteel out of your wire. Separate it. Try to get it in the center again. Okay, now you want to go down to your long end. Load that end into your wire. Pinch it closed, and then you want to feed it up. Okay. You want to feed the whole thing up. Dress it. And that holds that loop in place. It locks it. And that is called a lock Bremel. Now, we don't want this to be hanging out. So we are going to bury it in the center of the braid. So you come down to where it ends, and then you move on down about an inch, just to make sure you bury it the whole way through. Then you separate it. And you work that wire in the middle of that braid. Now if it comes out on the side, you just pull it back and work it back in. Pull it back in. If you push your braid down, it opens up and that wire is able to travel a little bit easier in there. You just take your time and work that wire the whole way up and get it as close to that lock bremel as you can get it. Keep an eye on the end. I like to fold it so it doesn't feed itself back up through there. Open up your wire. Feed the Amsteel in there. Okay, now you're running a risk of this coming loose, so you want to make sure that wire is tight around that Amsteel. And this just takes patience. So you want to work your Amsteel braid up and try to encapsulate the end of the wire. You are working it through. You're trying to get this in. And you just have to be patient. There we go. And once it gets in there, it moves a little bit easier. And you're going to try to pull it completely out of this end. Okay, it's out. Take it out of the wire. Now, you want to hang on to your loop. Give it a tug and make sure it's in there. Dress it. Okay, and this is how you make your berry. You just re-straighten. And it completely went in there. Okay. Okay, so now you repeat the same process on this end. There's your 6-inch mark. There's your 8-inch mark, and that's why this table looks like this. This is my work table. I cut on it, I paint on it, I mark on it. don't care what happens to this table. Okay, let's push this aside for right now. Alright, so you go to your second mark. Problem with this is I can't see the marks. I see one, I see two. Okay. Alright. You go. Oh, I'm having such a hard time seeing today. Okay, so you put that through the middle, and to the middle as you possibly can without grabbing any strings. You load the Amsteel in and you lock it into the wire. Okay. Then you force that through. Okay. Come on, baby. Come on. The name of this game is Patience. This stuff can have a mind of its own sometimes. Alright, there we go. Okay, unload. Okay, and you pull this the whole way through until you see your 6-inch mark. It should be coming up here very shortly. There it is. Okay, so there's your loop. Okay. And you open up you know what? I'm going to do this. So I don't lose that loop. I think I'm just going to pull it through the loop. Gonna load the loop into the wire. Let's see if I can't come up this way. All right. Okay, come on, you can do this. Come on. Come on. Oh, I'm not calling you baby. I'm working here. Okay, there we go. Okay. Just a little bit more. There we go. There we go. I got it. Yay me. I'm nuts. Straighten that one out. Straighten this one out. Okay, there we go. Alrighty. Okay. Whew, took a while. There's your locked Brummel. And now we're going to feed this down like we did the other one. So we're going to measure it down to the end and then come down an inch, inch and a half. Open that up. Get a number to this. Down here. And keep it in the middle. And feed it on up. Feeding and feeding and making sure it's not coming out anywhere. Feeding and feeding. Okay, and we're getting it as close to this locked thermal as we can. We pop out, bend the ends. Okay. Now, load the Amsteel. Remember, we're feeding it down through the center, and we want this to be as secure as possible, because if we lose it and it's not completely out on the other end, you have to pull it out and start over again. Okay. Here we go. Patience is the name of the game. And my middle name is Impatient. Okay, come on. It will eventually come on out. Alright, we're almost there. Oh, look at that. That is a sight to behold. Okay, work it out. Make sure it's completely in up here. Address that. Okay. And now you milk the berry. And it just goes up in there. So now both ends look like that. Okay. The next step is you want to line your loops up and get them as even as you can. And you are binding the middle. Pinch it off. Now you want to take this loop, this bend that you just made, and line it up and make it identical to the other two loops. That's a little bit big. It's approximately a ½ inch. Okay. Now last time. Alright, so let's just do that again. Feed that in there. It would help if I could see. One. There we go. Okay, so you're feeding it back in on itself. Okay, so you have the loop there, and that should be even there. Pretty much. Okay. So now what you want to do is come up and make an overhand knot. You want to dress this. Make sure none of the lines are twisted. So you've made your overhand knot. And then you take the loop that's in the middle of the two. Loop that's in the middle. And you feed it through these loops. And then you just keep dressing the knot. Now this knot will get tighter when you use it. But that knot will not come out of there. All right, and then you just, to open it up, you just pull on the bottom. you go. Saw shackles. And because these are even, you get an equal load on each one. Okay. There you go. Thanks for watching.